Hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Urban Voice. This is the channel where you learn about investments, you learn about entrepreneurship, and at the same time, you learn about self-betterment. So welcome back to yet another video on this channel. Have you ever thought about starting a small business? A business that can give you money, that can give you freedom and that financial freedom? Well, I can tell you something. You can start a business with little funds or with little money. All you have to do is to cite out the kind of business that you want to start. And then you can go on and gear up and make good research about it. Then you start. I have few business that I'm going to line up. I'm going to be putting over the weeks few business that you can start in all economies. Let it be the Western economy, let it be the African economy, where you can start, and you can start by nothing or as little money as you have to make them successful. Long as you committed to them and you have the will and the zeal to succeed. And I'm gonna start with small stuff that can really be applied anywhere by anyone in any society. But the first idea I'm going to talk about is called the secretarial services. The secretarial services are the services where you offer printing, photocopying, and also scanning. These are very good places and very responsible places where we get these services, and these are very small places to start. These are easy places to start. You can start by any money. These days there are machines that can really do the three things. They do scanning, they do photocopying, and they also do printing. So you're not worried about buying a machine, a different machine for every kind of purpose. So all you have to do is get a little money to acquire yourself that kind of machine, and you also get yourself a strategic place where you can do this, and that means you can offer these kind of services. So the secretarial services is my number one business that I'm gonna have to tell you today that you can start. Well, the second business I'm gonna talk about is called the barbershop or the salons. These are places where you go, or where we go, to make sure that our hair looks smart. These are places where ladies frequent every time, and men also frequent that places. I go to the barbershop like 3 times a week. You go to the barbershop. I know there's a lot of people out there that go to the barbershop thrice or 4 times, and these are great places to make money. These are small businesses that you can start with small money. If you have the faith, if you say, I'm gonna do it, you don't need to do it by yourself, but you can find someone who can do it for you. You finance the whole process, and this person does it for you. That is number 2 on my list. Number 3, these are mobile money centers. Mobile money centers are great places to make money. These are great places to really start as a business person. Why? Because they give commission to every customer that you transact or you make a transaction for. So the mobile money service provider, who is Airtel in my country and MTN, it could be Tigo, it could be someone else in your country, but then these guys give you a commission at the end of the day to be their salesperson. So these are small business that you can start in your country. Just in a while, you pay for the line, you buy the line, and you tell them, I'm gonna give this service to the people, so you can give this service. But doing that, you would have started a good business with small money. Another business that doesn't need a lot of money to start is the professional service. If you're a professional and you have a skill, let's say you're a doctor, you're not employed anywhere, or you have a job and you want to do it as a side job, you can start this by making a collective of doctors, like 4 or 5 doctors. One is a dentist, one is a gynecologist, another one is a normal general practitioner. Those 4 professionals make a small call-in service. This is where people call to ask you about prescriptions, about how they feel. Remember, you do this daily in hospitals. You always do it. Patient comes in your place and you always interview them. You do a diagnosis about what they are feeling. This is the same thing as doing it on your phone, and you can really prescribe. If you're really insured, you gotta be sure you're insured, and then you can prescribe the medication, and these people can go out there and buy them or purchase them in a simple pharmacy. That is the way. That's kind of professional service. That's not the only professional service you can provide. You can also go on and provide other services. If you're an engineer, you can do consultancy in your home. You can do that. These are businesses that you can start with barely nothing, with little money. You only have to provide the center for doing that, where people can find it. That is an address, and you go on and you start. Another business that you can start with little money is called the movie house or the movie sale house. There's a lot of movies coming out from the Western world, or Hollywood to be precise, and these come to our market, the regional market. We have a lot of people who have expertise in the job of translating them into the languages that people really better understand them. So you go down to those guys, you buy these copies, and you make a lot of copies of that same movie, and you really put it up for sale yourself in your own shop where you sell movies. This is a good way to make money. I know friends of mine, my brother did it at the university and he was really successful with it. I know someone who's doing it right close to the university and they're doing good money. So you can do it anywhere and you can make good money out of it. So you only have to get a printer that prints out many copies that you're gonna have to sell after you remain with the original copy. So this is an idea that can work for you. Our next business is in the food industry, the kind of food that is very common everywhere in my country, and I know in other countries it's also spreading, and that is called the chapati. The chapati business is very successful in most African countries, and this is the business that you can start anywhere close to your home, in the avenue where you stay or where you walk by, where you go into work. This is the business that needs you only to get a place to make the chapatis, the Rolex or the key commando as we call it back in my country, that is Uganda, and then you can start. That is very easy to start because you only need a few things to start in an avenue where you can stage and you time up your customers when they're coming to your place, and all of a sudden you see people dropping in and start to buy your food. This is a very easy business to start, and you can start opening up these stores in different places. You might not be successful with one store, but you can be successful with 4 stores or 5 or 7 or 10 or 20. So you can do this, and you have to blend it. Rolex is a known, common, very famous and common thing to do, so you can learn from friends. You can also blend in new ingredients, and you produce something very new. The Rolex was just invented, so you can also invent something new that can work out for your customers. I've seen guys who make pizzas out of chapatis. That's amazing. That's really amazing, and I find them very good entrepreneurs that really fight a lot to start a business. So these are the kind of business. I have a few businesses that today I've mentioned. I'm gonna go on in this thread, and I'm gonna be mentioning once in a while business that I've cited out that can be started with few funds, and that means you can wake up and you say, I'm deciding I'm gonna start myself a business, a very small business that can give me money, and that's a very good thing to do. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel and if you find this information helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification button so that you can get notifications of the videos that I produce, because I make some good research to bring you some good information here so that you can be part of the movement that is in to change the world, so you don't be left out. See you on the next one. Bye bye.